grew up more specifically by Franklin Park Zoo, so it's like central Dorchester. At the end of my teens, my immediate family moved from Dorchester to Roxbury. So we've been in Roxbury for about 2 decades. They just went up on my mother's rent. They're going up again on it next year. So like I'm in her living room helping her out. I have 2 other younger siblings that live there, and we all just like, help each other out. But the house needs repairs. Like there's holes in the walls. Like at night you can see the sun shining through or the moonlight shining through.
I mean, I think it's pretty well known in Boston that it's kind of just hard to move. And especially when you're facing income limitations and resource limitations, it makes it even harder because the pool that you can go into is even smaller. The wait list is long, but that's also a reflection of there not being enough housing. But then I think even bigger, the concern within that is just people falling into being unhoused in Boston as a result of the bigger problems.
There's a lot of projects that are currently underway, but some of the large-scale ones that were a part of the land audit itself is the Austin Street parking lots in Charlestown, P12C, which is a parcel in Chinatown, and the Boston Water and Sewer parking lots in the Lower Roxbury area. And so those are all projects that the team has been working on for a few years now through the community process. All of those sites been designated for redevelopment with a development partner. And so they're in various stages. Some of them have completed their permitting and are, seeking financing. Some of them are in the active permitting process. And it's really, again, I'm hoping that a lot of these will start to begin construction in 2025 and 2026.
I don't know anyone in Boston that hasn't been affected by the housing crisis, but I also live in a cooperative house where like it's rented. We all pay rent, but we decide our rent like socially together. We don't have like an even split. We change our rents depending on our income and wealth, and so like I'm around people in housing instability, and like we try to have our cooperative house be a place that can support that in the midst of the crisis. I've seen the amount of stress that the commodification of housing puts on the people that I care about every year. Yeah.
There might be properties that have been for lease for a long time that the city owns that they just haven't been rented out to anyone, or there might be properties that are sitting empty, and those could be properties that are either where like the existing buildings are like refurbished, or I guess renovated is the right word, renovated into affordable housing, or even like knocked down and something is built up in its place. Well, if it's not the city's problem, I don't know who else it would be, just because, at least from my understanding, that's the most local form of government. Yeah, I mean, like, this is one of the issues that Boston is facing. I mean, there's a lot of issues that Boston is facing, and so it's just one of the things that the city has to tackle.